between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Darnold going to throw right away. Flushed out right. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
A first down throw, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. former fourth-round pick. It's Kalen Ballage. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Ballage. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A shotgun snap. Fields. Left side. Got Jones. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Ballage. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one drops in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll try and run with Ballage. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Caught by Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Right back to Pitts again. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Second down at 5. Darnold. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And the Panthers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Hubbard is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he will score! Touchdown Panthers! From 3 yards out. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. To throw is Fields. Claypool with another catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On play action, Fields. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, Fields. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well from the defense.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the 31, Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Darnold. He puts it on the carpet. It's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marquise Bell. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line. And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it up, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover. And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list. Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Was that a receiver?
Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will score! Touchdown, Panthers! A great play there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again is Fields. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. They'll send Rodgers in motion right. On first down, it's Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. To the air again, Fields. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And the Bears are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Dillon will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets
hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Darnold now to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Darnold. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the 31, Fields. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's Fields. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They snap it to Fields. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he is going to have the Bears' 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Fields throwing again. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Touchdown, Chicago. Chase Claypool, 43 yards. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it would appear that that first round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because
he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panthers score. Sam Darnold scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Panthers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. To throw is Darnold. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted. And now here is another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good...
And, my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chin picks it up. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Second down, another chance for Hubbard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Right back to Hubbard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it. A lot of work to get to the first down marker. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Able to hit his target. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Down to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they have secured a spot in the the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.